Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video we're going to discuss the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. I know a lot of you are shocked right now. I know it's been a long time since we've done a video on this channel, and well, we're not going to get into that in this video. I'll discuss that on a separate video. But let's talk about this trailer. It dropped yesterday finally, as everyone expected, based on leaks and a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of different people on Twitter discussing the release. Everybody had been waiting for this trailer. I saw it 3 times already, and of course, the biggest discussion going on right now is the Lizard. What's going on with the Lizard? We're going to talk about that in a minute, but let me give you my thoughts over on this trailer. I thought this trailer did everything it needed to do, which is entice you to come to the theater. It's amazing. I'm looking at this, and they showed a lot. I mean, this trailer was a little over 3 minutes, and they showed a lot, but at the same time, they also didn't. You still kind of went away from this with a lot of questions. I think one thing that's safe to assume is that Dr. Octopus looks like he's going to be playing a bigger role than just a cameo, and maybe Goblin. I think Electro, Sandman, Lizard, I think those guys come in towards the end. There is another shot of what looks like Harry Osborn flying down on his glider. There are people who believe that that's just Green Goblin with a different suit, which is probably likely what it is. I don't see why they would put Harry Osborn in this. Harry Osborn has not really had a presence in the MCU Spider-Man, so I don't see what the connection. But then again, neither is Goblin or the Osborns at all. So I guess I can understand that. Same thing with the Lizard. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it's Harry Osborn. It just looks like him. But I'm leaning towards what other people are saying in terms of Green Goblin with a different suit. Maybe he had it enhanced. We see in the trailer that Dr. Octopus gets his tentacles look like they kind of take on the nanotechnology from the Iron Man suit, the Iron Spider suit. So maybe there's a possibility that Goblin gets a hold of that too and makes some upgrades. Maybe decides to go helmetless, lightweight, who knows. But yes, there's a lot going on in this trailer. And it looks like Dr. Octopus is probably going to be somewhere in the middle in terms of what it is he's trying to do. I think the big key takeaway here is that Doctor Strange learns that these enemies died at the hands of Peter Parker, or rather Spider-Man. Not necessarily Spider-Man killing them, but them dying during a final battle with Spider-Man. Like, for example, we go to the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Remember that he dodges the glider from Green Goblin, and it impales Green Goblin. He dies. Obviously, Dr. Octopus dies actually saving Peter and MJ and saving the city because of the contraption that he made. So we know that. And then, of course, we know that Sandman doesn't necessarily die. Sandman in that third Spider-Man movie is more just a misunderstood villain. I mean, he's a villain nonetheless, but obviously what he does is inspired by wanting to save his daughter. And then, of course, we know Electro and what happened in The Amazing Spider-Man. Same thing with Lizard. So, you know, and obviously this Parker doesn't want to have to do that. You know, he's not a killer. And, you know, you think back to the first Spider-Man movie, you know, Michael Keaton's character, you know, the Vulture was obviously taken in. And Mysterio did, I think, I have a feeling he's not dead, but, you know, at this moment, he appears to be dead. So, yeah, but this Spider-Man, I mean, none of the Spider-Mans are killers, but this one especially. So it's going to be interesting because Doctor Strange is essentially telling him that he probably, to bring back balance to the multiverse or to end what's going on, he needs to give them their same fate or get rid of them or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is, Parker doesn't agree with it. And I think Parker has 2 options: send them away or kill them. And I think Doctor Strange is thinking about Parker killing them might be a little bit easier than sending them away. It looks like Parker and Strange probably have a small battle during their disagreement. You know, these superheroes, they don't talk things out. They fight it out, Civil War. So I think that's definitely an interesting story. I guess the question is exactly what else are we going to see? Because towards the end of the trailer, you have Doctor Strange talking about, I can't stop them from coming. And it looks like that's the same scene as it is at the very end, or at least towards the end. but it could just very well be that other villains from the Spider-Man universe are coming in. This is why I think characters like Electro, Lizard, and the Sandman, and possibly Green Goblin to a lesser extent, are not going to have very much to do in this movie up until the end. I think Green Goblin will have more to do than the latter, but I think Dr. Octavius, being the scientist that he is, I think he's going to be the one to try and bridge the gap. I think he's going to be the one to help. Maybe there's something that Doctor Strange sees, like Doctor Strange gets a vision or actually looks into the events that happened between Peter Parker and Dr. Otto Octavius, and realizes that or sees that Doctor basically saved the city. He basically changed at the very last minute and sacrificed himself to save the city and save Peter, and MJ. So a lot of questions. Even with everything they revealed, a lot of questions coming out of it. It's a good job for a trailer. It shows a lot without showing everything. It entices you to go to the theater to see the movie, which I gotta say, ever since Endgame, this is probably the first Marvel project I'm excited about. If you've been on the streams lately, and even though I haven't done videos in the last 6 months or 7 months, I have been streaming pretty regularly. And I'm going to do a video about this too, for those who don't come to the stream that are still actually here on the channel. And again, I'll discuss more in detail in my next video, which is going to be a Godzilla video, about what the absence is and kind of address those who are still here that don't come to the streams. But essentially, I have been very disappointed with what Marvel has been kind of putting out for the most part. Yes, there are a couple of their TV shows I like, or their streaming shows I like, but overall have not really been excited at all. I have no desire to go see the Eternals. I'll see it when it comes out on Disney Plus. I just saw Shang-Chi for the first time last week because I didn't want to go to the theaters to see it. I just wasn't that interested. But this movie, yeah, no, Spider-Man, I'm definitely going to run to see this. And let's address real quick before I end the video the big elephant in the room, which is the scene where Spider-Man is jumping at Electro, Sandman, and Lizard. But what appears to happen in this scene is that it's so fast that, yeah, it looks like he's just going to clash with them. But when you slow it down, Electro is not jumping towards Spider-Man. A Lizard is not jumping towards Spider-Man. And Spider-Man, being in the middle of all this, seems to be jumping towards Sandman. And a lot of this images, or this GIF, I should say, is going up since last night, of a close-up of the Lizard getting essentially what looks like to be punched. So, you know, I mean, again, we've seen them, obviously, trailers will avoid showing one thing in favor to conceal a big reveal and then show it in the movies, and then you realize, oh, that was in the trailer, but it wasn't in the trailer. And it looks like they did a little boo-boo here on this trailer, even though they didn't show what appears to be Lizard getting punched. It seems pretty obvious that he's getting punched. Now, this clip is all over Twitter. If you have not seen it, I apologize. I'm not going to show it here because I'm pretty sure Marvel or Disney is going to be running around trying to conceal this or get rid of it. But then again, at the same time, why would they? I mean, it's on the trailer. It doesn't. There's no hiding at this point. If you've seen the trailer, you probably saw it already. It's not actually that hard to see. Just focus on watching the Lizard during the trailer, and you'll see that he's jumping towards Spider-Man or invisible Spider-Man, and then he just gets punched, you know? Now, okay, you can argue that maybe it's not happening that way. Maybe he's like, Spider-Man. Oh, Sandman, are you okay? You know what I mean? Like, you could argue some crazy shit like that, you know, like, but I think it's pretty obvious he's getting punched. And look, I'm not going to go in expecting to see Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire. It makes sense, especially now after seeing this trailer, that they would be, because this is a lot of villains for this Peter Parker to deal with. And I think they're not going to just show up at the end. I think they'll pop up, because you can't just have them pop up out of nowhere, you know, because they're going to have questions answered too. Like, they're going to be popping in out of nowhere, and they're going to be wondering what's going on. For them just to travel through a portal or through the multiverse and arrive right on time to save Peter, like they know what's going on, I don't know. I think that's a little far-fetched. So, but we'll see. Look, I thought the trailer was great. I enjoyed it. I've seen it at least 3 or 4 times already. We'll talk more about it during tomorrow's stream. I will be streaming tomorrow night, so Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do a little breakdown of the trailer like I do with some of the Godzilla trailers. We'll pull it up. We'll break it down frame by frame, see if there's other things we can see that hasn't been seen yet. I'm sure that's already been done, and so it's cool. We'll kind of look at what has been found so far and also try to find some things ourselves and then speculate as to what we could expect for the movie. It's usually a lot of fun. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow night, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the channel. So anyway, guys, look, it's great to be back. I'm happy to be doing videos. I'll be pumping out videos as much as I can. But, you know, definitely catch me on the streams as well. I'll be streaming normally Friday and Saturdays. I might be going back to full-time streaming, which would be basically Tuesday through Saturdays, but I haven't really made a final decision on that. But we're definitely going to do at least 3 times a week. So, and videos, of course. So, you know, I'm glad to be back. For those of you who are still on the channel, thank you. I appreciate that. Most of the people who have been here for a long time know that I am an inconsistent YouTuber simply because I have a very busy life and I work jobs contractually. So when I gain a contract, I focus on work. When I'm off a contract, I come back and I do content. And in between that, I try to stream to kind of keep in touch with those who are still around on the channel. So anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this trailer. Do you think they showed too much? Do you think it was perfect delivery of giving us enough but still leaving questions? Do you think it looks garbage? Are you going to go see it? Leave a comment down below. I'm looking forward to reading them. Until next time, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.